Hi guys, thank you for joining. Today we're going to do a toasty latte makeup. If you look at my previous post, it was like a TikTok chose my makeup. So that's what I did. I'm going to wait for you guys to come on. Lots to talk about. If I need to tie my hair up, I will. Okay. The first one on, I'll probably just ask you if you can hear me. But in the meantime, I'll just do my skincare. So we are Sunday. Yes, we are. So it may be quieter today, but I did say I was going to go on. I haven't been on in a long time. I did get a message when I put up the post to say, will you do a video of what you're doing? So I was asked to do a longer form content of YouTube or TikTok chose my makeup. So I'll do that tomorrow. I got toasty latte. So somebody was asking me, how do you know when TikTok chooses your makeup? Basically, you just type in my makeup type and then you click the search bar and it will bring up everything you need. So do let me know when you're on, guys, because I do want to check if this sound is working. You can just put an emoji if you can hear me. Okay. Hi, Kaya. I have to go because I have a long day tomorrow. So yeah, but have a super good day. Bye. Bye. I'll be on tomorrow at 7, so hopefully that helps a little bit. I hope you have a really good day at school tomorrow too, and that you've had a good weekend. But if 7 o'clock UK time, because I'm not in work tomorrow or the next day, I'll be on earlier. So hope to see you there, Kaya. I'm glad to see that it's Darth Chlorix. It works. Cool. Great. So this is a makeup tutorial, guys. Excuse me. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kira. Outside of YouTube, I'm a support worker for people with Down syndrome and autism. And I do makeup tutorials on YouTube. So that's that. So I'm going to do this. This is a makeup tutorial. We're going to be using Too Faced Teddy Bear palette today. So this is a TikTok chose my makeup kind of thing. So if you don't know what that is, I'll just explain it. TikTok, obviously, if you just search in the search bar, my makeup type, press search, it brings up your makeup type. So I got like a toasty latte. So we're going to do that. So I'm just going to put on my skincare. Got my water here. Let me know how you guys are doing. I'm just back from Ireland. I was in Ireland for about 5 days, seeing my mum. I was thinking of doing like a vlog there, but it was kind of personal to me and my mum, and I didn't think she'd be very appreciative of me with a camera in her face all the time. So yeah. Okay, so my skincare is done. Kaya, it's really good to see you. Again, like I said, have a good day in school tomorrow. If you can catch me at 7 o'clock tomorrow, that's great. And I'll see you then. So we're just going to kind of go together. So this is Too Faced Teddy Bear. Now I will say it was a special edition, but you can certainly get eyeshadow palettes like that. There is a huge mirror here, so I'm not going to kind of blind you guys. I'm going to be testing out the Maybelline. I've been using it for about 2 weeks. This is the Jelly 2% Niacinamide Primer, Jelly Primer. So we're going to be using that. And then we're also going to be using the Rimmel Glow It Up. So there's Blur It Out and Glow It Up. Blur It Out is if you have really, really big pores, it blurs out your pores. This is Glow It Up. If you've got a little bit of dry skin like me, this is Glow It Up. So we're going to do that. Okay, so let's get started. I'm hoping I catch a couple of you on today, but I do know it's a Sunday. They're generally a little bit quieter, but I do want to say this video will be like a longer form content TikTok chose my makeup video tomorrow. So let's go. Let's do the primer. This is the Maybelline 24-hour 2% niacinamide, and it is their Jelly Poreless Primer. So I'll just show you what it comes with a pump. I'll just show you. So again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Kira. This is my makeup YouTube channel, but outside of YouTube, I work with Down syndrome adults and adults with autism. So that's what I do. I'm originally from Ireland, but I'm living in the UK at the minute. I've just come back from Ireland. So yeah. I think I came back at the wrong time though, because Ireland and England were playing yesterday and the airport was absolutely crazy. They were playing rugby, I think. So, okay, so you can see it just gives you a bit of a shine. I think it's gone down in price now. It was, I think, 12 or 13. I think it's only about 6 now, but it's relatively new. It's the Maybelline Jelly Poreless putty primer. I just come up to check settings. Something's come up, so let me just something's come up about okay, sorry, something came up about settings in comments. That's fine. Glad you guys can hear me. Let's keep going then. So this is more of a skin tint, guys. This isn't like a full-on foundation. This is Fair Porcelain. If I need to my hair up, we will. But for now, I think we're okay. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Glow it up. And again, this doesn't have a pump. That's the only thing I would say that is kind of missing. As you can see, my skin is going through a super red phase. So we're going to be using a hydrating skin tint. But again, this whole look is going to be smoky, kind of toast latte style makeup. So this is it. I'm just going to pop it around. It's a bit like a moisturizer, just a tinted moisturizer. It doesn't have SPF, so I would advise to pop on SPF. And I'm just going to use my Real Techniques foundation brush. And if we need a little bit more, we'll pop it on. But it's a really good color match. And it's really going to help my skin today, I think. But I traveled all day yesterday from about 9:30 up until about 9 o'clock at night. Got a coach to the airport, then got a flight from Dublin to the UK, and then got a coach from Gatwick to Oxford again. So long day, and then had to get home from Oxford. So long day. Let me know if you guys like planes or not. I'm not a plane person, but I'm okay. I don't panic, but I don't like them. I just don't like. I'm not that bad that I don't want to get on the plane, but I certainly just don't like flying at all. Okay. We might just put on one more coat, but you can see it's quite thin, so it isn't a heavy consistency, guys. That's one thing I will say. It's not a heavy consistency. So again, there's no kind of pump. Just be aware of that there. Okay, I've got my water. But I've booked all my holidays off so far in work. Last year, I ended up working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and it was crazy. I never want to do that ever again. It felt so strange because I'm definitely a Christmas person. I love Christmas. I've got friends that don't really, they're not really Christmas people, but I am, and I hated working it. So I applied in January for next Christmas off, and my boss was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, you can approve it because I did so many Christmases now. I want to spend it with family." So yeah, it's going to be good. But don't forget, guys, you can always comment if you're new here. I always like chatting to new people. I'm hoping that there's something keeps coming up about comments. So all messages. Okay, so you can comment if you can see this, guys. I think I've just fixed it. Okay, I am going to be doing brows, guys. It's going to be the Revolution brow pencil. So it is going to be like, picture like a toasty latte makeup. So everything we're going to be taking into consideration. So I've got the Glow Wish from Huda Beauty. That's going to be the bronzer. But underneath that, I'm going to be using some tanning drops. So it's really going to look glowy. That's what we want, a glowy look. But definitely, guys, let me know. I have a feeling there's an issue with comments because it keeps coming up. If you can let me know, if somebody can just comment an emoji, something like that. Just even if it's an emoji, just comment and let me know. Okay, so concealer wise, guys, we're going to be going in with NYX Bear With Me, and that's what that looks like. This is in 001 Fair, so that's what we're going to use. I have such a feeling that there's an issue with comments because it keeps coming up. Okay, I'll just have a look one more time because I feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay. Let me know if you can just put an emoji or something if you are there, because where the camera is, I can't see who's on. Well, we're going to keep going. I'm hoping everything's okay. So this does have a pump, but just be aware, this is NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. So anytime you see serum on something, it's going to have a lot of skincare in it, but it's also going to be a little bit thicker and it's going to be a bit runnier. So you'll see what I mean. Be really careful. Look how much comes out. Yeah, that was a tiny amount, or pump, and then this is how much comes out. So just be careful. All I can see is the likes, but if you're on, guys, if you just comment anything, so I know that you guys can comment back, because I know I've had issues before. So this is what it looks like. You can see it's quite thick, guys. Oh, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad the comments. I thought I was talking to myself for a while. I'm good. How have you been? I'm just back from Ireland. I've just been to see my mum. I was talking about planes. I'm not really a plane person. So guys, you can see how much I got out of that. So that's the only thing I would say. If there's anything I could say about it, I wish they kind of just made it so that not so much comes out. That's the only thing I'd say. But no, it's a good product, a really good product, particularly if you have dry skin. It's a serum, so things like a serum are quite good. So now we're just going to get I'm just going to use my finger to warm it up, and then we're going to use a concealer brush. Ireland was good. The weather wasn't amazing, but Ireland was really, really good. Seeing family. But the weather, I think, in Ireland is always going to be a bit same as England, really. We don't have very, very good weather in winter and autumn and things like that. So, and then I'm just going to put the rest, guys, in where I have my T-zone. So I know it looks super pale, but guys, when it actually blends out, it's really, really good. So I know you have to work with it a lot, but actually it works really, really well. So we're just going to get the same foundation brush, and we're just going to blend that really softly in. So what you can also do, guys, if you don't have an eye primer, I'm going to be using Profusion eye primer today. You can always use your concealer. You don't need an eye primer. If you have concealer, use your concealer. That's what I would always say. So you can see the look is kind of coming together. I went for 5 days. I wanted to go for longer, but I could only really go for 5 days, really. But I love to see my mum. We didn't even have enough time. I feel like it flew by. And it was just, you know, I miss her so much. It's not nice when you live in it, when you're so close to your family, but you don't get to live kind of very close by. It's kind of tough sometimes. And it's always tough when I have to get the coach, and I get the coach to the airport back again. It's always really tough. So, you know, she kind of raised me, so, and so did my grandmother. So we're very, very close. So you can see it is kind of starting to settle slightly. So that means that I've got a drier area. So it's nothing to do with the product, because you can see it's really nice here. But obviously I'm getting a dry area in the T-zone, and that's why it's kind of like gathering a little bit. So this, when we do our setting powder, that will kind of balance itself out. But yeah. But yesterday was a really busy day because Ireland and England were playing in the rugby, and Ireland won. So the airport was crazy. There was everybody just checking the TV monitors for the score. Hi, Kindred Angels. How are you? I love your guys. Check Kindred Angels page out. She's amazing. Her channel. I've been checking up, even though I haven't been able to go on. I've been looking at your content. It's amazing. I'm good. I'm just back from Ireland, so I came back yesterday. Not too impressed with the hybrid brows, guys. It didn't really last very long. But how have you been? So that's kind of how I know it's kind of not as heavy, but I used a skin tint. So I used this one here. If you wanted to, you could always go a bit heavier. I'm going to go in with Rimmel Stay Matte just as a setting powder, because we are going to be doing like a latte toasty style makeup. You're okay. My trip was good. It was good. The weather was kind of questionable, but it's always like that in Ireland. But it was great to see family. It was really, really good. I was just saying it's always sad when I leave again, because we live so far away from each other. Actually, I won't use that brush. But yeah, it's tough when I see my mum for so long and then I have to go again. And you know it's a good holiday when it just flies by. The days just fly by. You know, so it's a shame, really. But I'm going to try to surprise visit her. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm going to try and surprise visit her for Mother's Day, and she doesn't know I'm coming, so we'll see. And she doesn't even know YouTube, bless her, so she wouldn't be on here. So I feel safe to say it, basically. But I'm going to try and surprise her for Mother's Day, because I don't know if it's the same Mother's Day in America, but ours is March the 14th. So I'm going to try to get the time off and just like surprise her for Mother's Day and see if that works. Don't want to give her a heart attack or anything. Hopefully that won't happen, but yeah, just something nice to do. Yeah, it's nice to see them, especially when you've got a smaller family, you know, a much smaller family. it means a lot when you see them. But yeah, I know my luck, kindred angels, is that I'd give her a heart attack or something like that at the door. I'd knock at the door. She'd be like, "Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen, but I hope I haven't cursed it now." But yeah, I'm just gonna try to be, hopefully. Now I'm kind of worrying myself. So what I'm going to do is pop on the Golden Glow Drops from W7, and they're like a dupe for Drunk Elephant's Golden Glow Drops, but that's what they look like. Because we are going for the toasty latte makeup, what I did is I typed into TikTok my makeup type, I press search, and your makeup type comes up. So I got like a toasty latte, but definitely do it yourself, guys. See what you get. I thought it was quite fun. And I will be doing like a longer form content video on it tomorrow as well. So this is the drops. They're like bronzing drops, guys. You can put them anywhere. I'm going to put them like where you would put like a contour or a bronzer. Probably have to just shake this for a little bit. But yeah, I'm hoping, hoping it goes well. I've never done this before. I've never surprised her like this. I've never surprised anyone like this. So hopefully it goes well. If it does, go ahead. But yeah, I'm just shaking this up a bit. I know I look really tired, guys, but I wanted to come back on. I know I haven't been on, and I've been unwell, really unwell. So um, of course, look how much comes out. Oh, guys, this is because I talk so much. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay. Kira. I do this in real life too. I talk so much that, yeah. Latte. No, so latte makeup. So sorry, it's probably my accent. Basically, if you search, not that you would need to search it, but you can search my makeup type into TikTok, and when you press search, TikTok will bring up what it thinks your makeup type is. So latte, toasty latte makeup. So kind of brown, bronzy makeup is what came up. Not latte, but I can imagine it's probably my accent that you don't understand, which I understand. Trading 416 million a second. Frank Hyman 2023. Okay. So I'm just going to wipe off the excess here, and we're going to use just a contour brush just to kind of brush all that out. No, I don't think I'll be trading. Not today, anyway. Okay, so we're just going to bring that right back to the hairline. You can see it just starts to give like a nice brown kind of makeup look. Making sure it goes right back into the hairline. As I said, bloody TikTok is everywhere. I'm only new to it. I haven't been on it very long. I think since last year. But yeah, the only thing I don't like is you get a lot of shopping. You get people trying to kind of sell you stuff. That's the only thing I don't like. Selling you stuff, and that's the only thing that's kind of annoying about it. So you can see, guys, as dark as it was on my hand, when we put it on, it kind of melts into the skin tone really well. And we are going to go over that with Huda Beauty, and it's their Glow Wish bronzer, and it's been out for a long time, a long, long time. So it's not anything. I'm trying this new cosmetic company called Ice Willow. Oh, she's a free dove. Oh, so this is it. It's really marble effect, guys. It's quite nice. So we're going to just pop that over, and you can see it's kind of getting a bit browner. But yeah, how have you guys been? How's work, and if you're in school, how's it all been for you guys, or just life in general? How's life going? I've not been very well for so long that I think your mental health just goes down. You can't help it. Your mental health just goes down. So I've been told that I have to go into the hospital for and they're going to hook me up to an EEG, like I think it's like electric modes all on your head and your brain, and basically for 5 days they're just going to monitor me. So I have to stay in hospital for 5 days, and that is towards the end of April. So not too long away, but they said it's important that we do this. So hopefully they can figure out what's going on with me. Not great, but it is what it is. I know what you mean. Yeah, it's just I think depression creeps in even if you've got a job and everything seems like it's going great to other people on the outside. It's not always the case, is it? It's not always the case. So no, totally get that. People are under so much pressure now to be a certain way, and it's kind of frustrating. But yeah, so you can see, guys, it's not too dark, but I think that marble effect really helps it. I'm just making sure it's all, yeah. So yeah, this will be on a longer form content video tomorrow, guys. Oh wow, I know. Yeah, I'm not afraid of hospitals, but I've never been in there overnight, so that's going to be fun. Sending you, hi Tassos, how are you? How have you been? It's been so long. I've just been saying I haven't been very well. I'm just back from Ireland from seeing my mum. So um so yeah, you can see guys, it's kind of getting there now with the toasty kind of bronze kind of side of things. Um What I could have done if you wanted to make it a little bit more glowy is you could put on Rimmel, the multitasker, which is like a highlighter. You could do that if you want to. We're going to start now with the blush. I went to Ireland for about a week. Yeah, it was good. It was great seeing my mom. It was great. I was saying earlier on that I'm going to try to surprise visit her. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try and surprise her for Mother's Day. I'll see if it all goes to plan, but yeah. um So this is birthday cake from Shein. It smells amazing. It's from their She Glam section, which is like their makeup section. And it's a blush basically. So we're just gonna dot it really lightly. And I'm saying lightly because it's super strong. Okay. Like a hot cocoa, warm and toasty. Yeah, I love hot cocoa any time of the year. Some people say, oh, I like hot chocolate when it's like winter, or I love it any time of the year. No, this is the blush. The lipstick is going to be like this is going to be the lipstick. It's kind of like, this is in creme brulee, and I've got the lip liner, but I know it does look like I guess you could. It's quite thick though. I don't know if you could use it as a lipstick, but you could. So I'm going to build this up a little bit. I'm going to really build it up, guys, because it is so strong. I've learned that over time. Emotional. Yeah, it was emotional for sure. I don't like leaving her. I love getting there, but I hate when I have to leave. I know people do their blush different ways, but this is how I do mine. Okay. How have you been, Tassos? I'm going to do the other side. What I'll do, guys, just so you can see it, I'm going to swatch it for you. So that's what it actually looks like, which is really nice. And it's up to you how strong you want it. But I've just been there before when I've done it, and it's harder to correct something than it is to add. It's easier to add a product on than to correct something. So that's just what I've learned with this. But look at that, guys. That's that's kind of a nice tone. And you can even use some of it, warm it up on the hands. And there you go. And then what you can do is just use a brush, and it just kind of makes it a bit more natural. We are going to go over it with Rimmel's Wild Card. And then we're going to do the brows just to define it a bit more. Waiting for March because now it's a dead season. Hopefully we'll laugh talking about our work experience like last summer. You're still in the hostel. How's it going in the hostel? Hi, Naomi. How's life going in the hostel? Have you met any new friends, or it must be easier for you to cook now, you were saying, and make your own meals and stuff. So this is Wild Card from Rimmel, and that's it. I'm going to just there. So if I swatch them beside, okay, if I do that, you can see they're super similar. So this is just going to be the powder over it. You're not have. Did you say you're not having a good day, Naomi? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'm going to get a clear blush brush here. And I'm just going to bring that up. And then if we need to go back, what we can do is just go back here and just blend that out. And you can see it really just kind of blends in really nicely. Now you can go as strong as you want, guys, with that, because if you look how strong it can get, but that's as strong as I would get, really, because we're just locking in the color from this side. So that's all we're doing. So I'm not Naomi. This is just my mom's account. I had to put her email in because I don't know mine. You forgot. Okay. You said you're not okay. Tassos, yes, I cook simple dishes, but I'm not in the mood to be a social butterfly. I only got close to one person. Well, oh, okay. Um, are you close now? Can you still talk to them if you want to? I know what it's like. I'm not a social butterfly either. I can talk on here, but it depends who the person is in actual real life. It depends if I feel like I can be open with them. Um, you're Kobe. Hi, Kobe. So you're saying things aren't great. How old are you if you're on your mom's account? Are you a bit younger? Okay, so that's it, guys. You kind of obviously you can go as deep as you want to, but that's what that looks like. Um, right. I'm going to do the brows now. You're 14. Okay. And what is there something bothering you today that you said it's terrible? Okay, so I've just brushed it into place, guys. And now what I'm going to do is just go over with that brown pencil. And we're going to kind of do it from here. All right, we're just going to pop it here. And then if we need to, we will definitely kind of flip this over and brush it out. Okay. And then I'll catch up with comments. I'm just... Okay, so I'm not going to go... This is really, really strong, so just be careful about that. So we're just going to go the other side. Let me just catch up with the comments. I wouldn't have thought you'd be shy. You seem like a very sociable individual. I'm not really dependent on the situation. I might be, but sometimes if I get into like a social scene or whatever, and I feel like I always kind of observe people before I become myself, just to kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of maybe it's a protection mechanism. But people I know really well, they would call me social and they would say, but some people that I don't know or I'm beginning to know, or maybe in a work situation, I'll definitely hold back. Maybe it's a protection thing, I don't know. I'll see how they are, see kind of their body language, how they speak, what they're doing, and then I'll kind of know if it's kind of, I don't know, want mean to use the word safe, but I'll see if it's something that I would, you know, talk with. I don't, it's hard to explain really. Today I was chatting with someone who was dipping pizza in merenda for breakfast. What's merenda? Ooh, pizza for breakfast. Ooh. Your friends are annoying. Okay, what are you doing? This is a makeup tutorial, Kobe, so you might not be interested. I don't know if you're interested in that kind of thing, but this is kind of a makeup channel. Outside of makeup, I am a support worker for people with autism and Down syndrome. I work with young people. But yes, feel free to subscribe for sure. So I'm just going to brush this across. But I don't know about you guys, but I definitely hold back if I before I and make sure that I know the person, or even just kind of not know them fully, but just kind of, you know, when you just kind of assess things, particularly in work environments, guys. I've never been my full self unless I really get to know a colleague and I feel like, okay, I can kind of be myself around these people. Um, I'm going to subscribe. You deserve it. Hi, Candice. How are you? Thank you, Kobe. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, have your friends been just like mean today, or are they usually your friends, or have you just kind of had a bit of an argument? Okay, so you can see, guys, I've gone so light because if I show you how dark this is Revolution. I mean, I just go really light, so just because. Me too. Me too, and you're pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we are also counselors. Okay. I don't know if I'm a counselor. Probably part of my job does actually, it's not, I'm not paid for it, but I end up being a counselor sometimes. Okay, so we're going to look at the Too Faced Teddy Bear eyeshadow palette. Now, we did find out last year that this was actually a limited edition, unfortunately, from Too Faced, but look at that. cute, cute. But what I'll say is the reason I'm using it is because you probably have these colors, so you don't necessarily need this. But look how cute. It's got a teddy bear. It smells like chocolate, which you have to be careful. I'm on like that. I'm on intermittent fasting, so it just means like you have a certain time of the day where you eat and then certain times of the day where you don't. It's just supposed to help you. Okay. Here we go. So that's it, guys. So this color doesn't really make sense. It's bright pink, but it's in like a latte style. But I mean, it's nice. I'll just swatch it for you. That one there. So yeah, we're going to do that. It smells like chocolate. So I'm going to put on the Profusion eye primer and then I'll catch up. But let me know how you guys have been. Candace, how has your day, how your week been? Have you asked your mom to move in with you? Not yet. I think she'd like to. I think it's something that kind of she's spoken about before. But I guess she has things she needs to finish up, you know. But I'm sure we're going to go to, you know, this year I'm going to see her as much as I possibly can. So this is Profusion and it's their eyeshadow base. Now I said before, you don't need a base. You can use your concealer. Don't feel like you have to get a base. And this I just found really, really useful. I know it's really white, but when it calms down, it keeps your eyeshadow on for at least 8 or 9 hours. So say you're like, you know, Candace, you're in, I don't know if you wear makeup, or I've got some friends that used to be in cheerleading and they needed makeup on for at least 8 or 9 hours. Something like this primer is going to keep your makeup on, your eyeshadow on. It's going to grip it for at least 8 or 9 hours. So this is quite good for that. And you can see how it calms down. So it looks really white, but actually when you put it on, it calms down quite quickly. Okay. I'm going to take my water in a minute because it's quite warm upstairs. Okay. But yeah, so this video will be a tutorial tomorrow. It's just TikTok chose my makeup. So basically I am going to be doing that on the longer form content. Just for people that can't look at the lives maybe, so they can still see what I'm doing. So we're going to let that get a little bit tacky. But I need more movie suggestions, guys. I think I have finished, well, I'm nearly finished the entire Smallville, which I need more movie, particularly if I'm going to be in hospital for a while. I need suggestions, something to watch to keep me going. Okay, I'm going to have some water. I might tie my hair up. Movies or series, both really. If you've got an idea for both, I'm just going to tie my hair up because I'm getting a little warm. Don't worry me, guys. I'm just going to tie my hair up. It's getting too long. Okay, I know this looks a little bit teachery, but it's going to have to do because it's warm. Oh, it's not working. I'm using you guys as my own personal mirror. Sorry about that. Oh, the hair is just getting too long. Okay, let's hope this works this time. I did start to watch Worst Roommate Ever, and that was kind of crazy. It's a real series. It's a real series. Oh my god. Yeah, that was crazy, so I stopped watching that. It was on Netflix. Okay, so we're going to go in with that eyeshadow palette. Let me just check the comments. Something's coming up about comments. Once I can see your comments, that's fine. There we go. Okay. Oh, I can smell the chocolate. It's crazy. Okay. So I think that's had time to get tacky now. Don't worry, Kira, please. Yeah, my hair just needs to be done. Desperately. But these things have to wait sometimes, I think. Seeing my mum was way more important. And I think when you don't see family members, guys, Even if you say you have an aunt or a cousin and say you don't see them for like 6 or 7 months, they change quicker than seeing them every day. You don't really notice it. So I definitely see a difference every time I see her. So, and her asthma's quite bad and things like that. So yeah, it's just hard. It has me really thinking about my future and things like that. Um, so yeah, a lot to kind of do this year, I think. Okay, so we're going to have a look. We're going to cut the crease. And what cut the crease means is that you're separating kind of the lines from top to bottom. So you start here and you go in. So that's cutting the crease, basically. We've got the primer on. Vampire Diaries, Netflix is one of the most recommended to binge watch. Yes, I've heard of that. Oh, Stranger Things. Somebody said Stranger Things. So yeah, I'll take a look at that. Okay, so we're going to find what color is good to cut the crease. I might try this one with the teddy bear on it. This one is, so this one is called The Snuggle is Real. So let's get a fluffy brush. She looked a lot older when you saw her. Yeah, she definitely did. She definitely looked a little, more vulnerable. Yeah, I don't like it. I feel like, yeah, I don't like it. Um, your favorite part? Well, I hate that this is a limited edition because I think you guys would love it. It is Too Faced teddy bear. Look at that teddy bear. How cute. And it's their eyeshadow palette, but I think it's like you might find it on eBay. In saying that, you might actually find it on eBay. Um, it was limited edition. Somebody asked me last year and said, "Oh, I can't find it," and then I looked it up, and it was a limited edition, unfortunately. So this is called The Snuggle is Real. How cute is that? We're going to swatch it. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of a nice light brown. Take it slow. Think about your health. I have to wear a lot of makeup for my gymnastics competitions. I also have to wear a bunch of gel in my hair. I can imagine. Do they put a primer on you, like an eyeshadow and a face primer? Yeah, that must be, you must get quite warm quite quick as well. And to hydrate yourself. So I'm just tapping it off, guys, because I know from previous experience it holds a lot of color. So they don't put a primer. Well, like a primer to kind of something like this to grip the makeup. So like this would be for the face, like a jelly primer before you put on your foundation. And then the eye primer that I put on for the eyes. But I guess if they do a setting spray, you probably don't need it as much. But that must be quite hot to deal with. How long do they usually the competitions last for? So we're going to start this just at the bottom. And we're going to just bring that in, not right to the corner, but you can see straight away how strong that is. It smells so like chocolate. Oh my gosh. There we go. You can see, guys, look how much color you get in that. And I tap that off really, really heavily. So we're thinking of kind of latte, toasty makeup. You see the kind of difference it makes. Now, some people bring really dark colors right into the eye. I don't, just because of brown eyes. I think it just, for me, makes me look a little bit more tired. Do you sleep well? I slept really well in Ireland, but I think it's because I knew I wasn't in work, things like that. Generally, as you know, I'm not a great sleeper. But then once I'm asleep, I'm fast asleep. Then once I have to wake up, I'm not good at that. But it's getting to sleep is the issue. Okay, so we're going to go again on this side. We're not going to bring it in the whole way. But guys, you certainly think, if you're thinking, why is she showing an eyeshadow palette that's not really available anymore? What I wanted to say is you could certainly get these colors in another eyeshadow palette. So don't think you have to get this one. But these colors here, you certainly would get them, guys. So you can do this, adapt it to yourself. Put into TikTok, my makeup type. It's been around for a while. It's not new. And mine came up as latte toasty makeup. It'd be interesting to see, guys. If you've got a TikTok, you should do it and see what you get. Candace, yeah, I do my own hair and makeup. The gymnastics competitions last 2 to 5 hours. How have they been going? How have you been getting on in the actual competitions themselves? I'm sure I know you were saying you do a lot of training and practice. Maybe practice is probably a better word. So if you notice, guys, sometimes I don't take the brush off of my skin. If you notice that I don't do this, I start here and I kind of work it in and out without removing it from my skin, because you get more, one, the color will warm up on your skin, and two, you'll get a better direction. Whereas if I got the color and just went like that, it's not going to kind of look the same. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to kind of do those gradient colors and work out from the in outwards. Okay. Okay, we're just going to take some water, because I've gotten through this makeup quite quickly. I can't see how long I've been on for, but gotten through it quite quick today. Do I have what I think I have? I know what I'm saying. Yes. Sorry. Not good. In my last one, I got 3. But when's your next one? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sure you'll do really well. When's your next one? So guys, I wanted to show you this because this is something that is really, really affordable. This is Rimmel the Multitasker. It's a primer, mist, and setting spray. So you could use it as a primer before you put on your makeup, but you can also use it as a setting spray afterwards. So, and it's Rimmel are really affordable. It smells amazing, like you're in a spa, but it keeps your makeup on. So you can just spritz it on. So that's something I wanted to show you guys. We'll use it today. I'm going to blend those colors in a little bit more because I can see it's still looking a bit harsh. Is it like a team as points, or do you get individually graded, Candace? Is it like a team you play? Is it like, or is it like individual? So what I'm going to do is just really bring that in again. We're going to blend that, warm it up to the skin basically. You can see that's a little better now. Okay, we're getting there. I'm going to take some water. So when do you have to go there and get definitive answers? So I got a letter from the hospital to say I have to be in the hospital on the 27th of April. They let you know in good time, because obviously if you have to work at school or say work, they do let you know. So 27th of April, and I have to stay there until the 4th of May. So yeah, it's a long time. And they're going to do an EEG, which is like they just put like little, they stick little electrodes on from here all the way back. And then I'm hooked up to like a monitor, and basically they're going to monitor my brain activity for 5 days straight. Any tablets they've had me on, medication, they're going to take me off completely to see what happens basically. So yeah, I don't know how it's going to go, but they said not to worry if anything does happen. Obviously they'll be there, and they're neurologists, so they know what they're doing. But they're only doing this because they've tried everything else and they cannot figure out what it is. So this is kind of the last resort kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully we get some answers, because they've tried everything. Yeah, so hopefully this, shows up something and we get answers. I hear you say Rimmel a lot. Yeah, well, it is a really good brand. I do have higher brand as well, but I mean, I do have a lot. I've got their multitasker highlighter, primer. Yeah, I got a lot. I've got their Kind and Free Glow It Up, what we're using today. Yeah, so in 2 months for you, because you hurt your ankle. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope it. Are you off school because of that as well? I'm sure you must be. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Candace. I know, April. I know. But that's how the NHS is here. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. But yeah. So you're off school? Oh my goodness. I hope that you've got somebody looking out for you. I'm sure you do. But that must be, did they give you any kind of pain relief or anything? You must have had to go to the hospital for that. I hope you're okay. So for the inner corner, we are going to go in with a shimmer, but I want to kind of do a base first. So we might do this. I'm going to swatch it for you. This is called Stuffed. Okay. They've got funny names. This is called Stuffed. We're not sure what caused it. That's why they're doing all these. It started about a year, a year and a half ago. All these kind of little bits, bit by bit, were starting to happen. And then things like my legs just going from underneath me, similar things were happening. And so now they've kind of tried everything. So this is their kind of way of checking neurologically what's going on. I might have to get my charger, guys. My low battery has just come up. Okay. Okay. So I'm just putting that in the inner corners, and you can see what I mean. It really just opens up the eye. Really opens up the eye like that. And that's what we want. You still want that latte look, but you don't want to look too dark. I think if you had blue eyes, you might be able to go in with this a little bit more. But for me, I like to kind of have a creamy, bright look here. Definitely go with a darker look here. But I think when you put a really creamy look in, it really opens your eyes as well. So that's what we're doing. I'm sorry that you broke it, Candice. It must have been so painful. Well, I hope you've got, support. I'm sure you do. Okay, I'm going to find something. What am I going to find? Okay, 15%. I was not thinking, was I, guys? I've got everything else plugged in apart from the phone itself. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. So I'm just building that creamy color up, guys. We are going to put like a shimmer there, but we're just marking the point where, because this part is going to be darker, like an outer V. So we want to mark where the shimmer is going to go. We've got a lot of options for shimmer there, guys. So we'll see what that is. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Candice. That's not great, is it? Definitely not good. So was that 2 months ago? So you're still obviously in a lot of pain. One of these lights is going to have to be sacrificed, I think, because I can't find I think my other charger is in the bag that I brought to Ireland, which isn't here. Okay. We'll keep going with it for a minute. It's not going to die on us just yet. Okay. Of course, Candice, and I'm really sorry that happened to you. Have a really good rest. It's always good catching up with you. I really do hope you get better soon and that you've got pain relief, and that you have a good rest. Okay, take care, Candice. So I'm just looking at the outer V. I know this is like a little burgundy color. This is called Got. I want to say it right in case that's not how you say it. Okay, this is just called, let's just say Mama Bear. This is called Mama Bear. By Candice, and this is what it looks like. And I'm going to place it with my finger. And that's all I'm going to put on because we're going to use a fluffy brush to bring that in. So let's do that. It's not nice when you're in pain, guys. I know that. But 2 months is a long time. Poor Candice. That's a long time to be in pain with a broken leg. I've never broken my leg before, but I'm sure it's absolutely awful. So now you can see, guys, how we're getting that kind of lift. And there is going to be like a glitter here, so don't worry about that. So it is going to look complete. I know it kind of doesn't look really complete right now, but it will. I'm going to use the same amount because it really, here, you can see what I mean, guys. It doesn't need a lot. And then we're going to use a glitter. If you can wear false lashes, guys, definitely go for it. I have like an aversion to the glue, so I can't, but you should definitely use false lashes if you can. But I'm sure Candice must feel under pressure too. As a gymnast, when you're not there, you can't even train. So I can totally understand her frustration, you know. Okay, so now we're going to choose a glitter. I'm hoping this doesn't die on me. I'm halfway through and I just go completely dead. I bet you, I think I've left a charger at Sophie's too, so that's not great. Okay, what are we doing? If we just 1 second, guys, just 1 second. Sorry, guys, I am coming back. I'm still here. Okay. Still here, guys. um, right. Oh. I think we're going to have to just use a separate. I'm still here. Okay. All right, guys. I just don't want you guys to die on me, or me to die. Okay. I'm back. I know it's a different lighting. I'm back now. Okay. I know, different lighting, guys, but that's me not thinking ahead. Phone was practically dead, but we're okay now. Okay. So we're going to go in with the glitter. Let me know that you guys are still here. I haven't lost you guys. Okay. Just checking the settings. Oh gosh, okay. It looks like I've lost a few comments there. Okay, I'm back anyway. So we're going to, I know this is a little bit of different lighting, guys, but why is that turned off? What have I done? Okay, sorry guys. Okay. Okay, guys, you can so tell I'm not a professional. Okay, that's gonna have to do. So we're going to choose a shimmer now. So again, you guys will probably have these colors. You don't have to necessarily have this palette. We're going to choose a shimmer that's just going to go on the inner corner before we do mascara. And I'm going, this is what you've got here. Let's have a, keeping in mind the outer V color, we might go for this one. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for. And I always apply glitter with the warmth of my fingers because it just comes out better. And let me know if you're still here, guys, and I haven't lost you all. There we go. That's a bit better, and I can always brush that because I can see that that's slightly come above. But it really is a good color match. And then obviously with mascara, I'm hoping that I'm using. Now, if we want to go a little bit more, I feel like that's not enough. Let me go for the, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Okay, yeah, we might go with that. So we've kind of layered the glitters, basically. We're going to, I look very drinkable. What does that mean? So these are the two we're using. Again, there will be photos, guys, because this is not the lighting I planned, but please tell me if it still looks good. Okay, we're kind of getting there now. So what I'm going to do before that mascara goes on, we're going to use the Rimmel the Multitasker, and this is the just the mist. It smells like you're in the spa. And just to moisten my lips a bit, I'm just going to put some lip balm on before we go in with the lipstick. I get it now, yeah, because I've read what you're saying. I think I've just got so much on my mind with all these lights and the phone nearly dying. I get it. Okay, so now let's go ahead with that mascara, which will be, again, it wasn't intentional, but it's the Rimmel, and it's their Scandalize mascara. So okay, I'm like rushing to find my mirror here, guys. But do let me know how you guys are. I don't want to always come on and say that I feel unwell, because that's kind of boring for you guys to hear all the time. I like to hear how you guys are doing too. I have until Thursday off. So that for me is huge, because usually I'm on double overnights and everything, but I wanted to just have a little bit more time when I came back to Ireland, just to kind of relax for myself. Rimmel is like TikTok everywhere. Okay. It's been around for a long time. You like to hear me. Okay. You can see, guys, it's kind of like a false lash effect. I'm getting all done up and it's nighttime. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take it all off. And like, it always feels, people always ask me that. They're like, are you going out? I'm like, no, I do makeup online. So I'm taking it all off again. Don't forget, guys, this will be a longer form content video. I got a message to say there are some subscribers that can only look at my videos, which I get. So this will be like a latte makeup, toasty TikTok, TikTok chose my makeup video. So basically it will be tomorrow. Toasty, I don't know what I was saying there, guys. Sorry. Oh, good. When I get tired, like, I just don't make sense. So will you be on more regularly due to, yes, I will. I'll be on tomorrow, but I'm going to be on at 7 o'clock UK time, because I feel like a lot of people go to bed quite early, a lot of people who have different time zones, and because I'm not on, I can go on at 7, so that's fine. 7 p.m. UK time. Tonight I just knew I was going to finishing unpacking. I was doing a lot of the laundry, things like that. So yeah, I needed to come on at 8. But tomorrow, because I won't be in work the next day, I will be on at 7 o'clock. Okay, so I'm just working on the inner lashes here, guys, because you can see it makes a huge difference from this side. Of course, that would happen. Oh, guys, look at that. This is going to be a disaster, but we're going to do it. Not too bad. Okay, not too bad. Okay. What I would have done if I was thinking, I would have done curling the lashes, but I would always advise you to curl lashes. It makes a huge difference. I'm just going to take some water, and then we'll do the other lash. Hoping comments are okay. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, guys. Let's get some water. Yeah, I can't always come on when I want to. Again, look at how the videos, longer form content videos, I haven't done in at least a month, which I feel really bad about. So I will be doing that tomorrow, and it will just be like a similar look to this. But a lot of the time I can't come on when I want to, which I feel really guilty about. When you're trying to build up a channel, it helps if you're on regularly. So yeah. Okay. So what did everybody do for their weekend? I came back obviously yesterday, so it was traveling. But uh what did you guys do for your weekend? You took days off. My connection is crap. Um Yeah, I'm off work until Thursday. I just took some extra days off, so when I came back from Ireland, I just had a little bit of time to rest. And then I was just saying sometimes I don't get to go on as much as I'd like to because I don't feel well or I'm in work, that kind of thing. But I'm gonna, these next few days I'll be on about 7 o'clock UK time because I'm not in work. So, but yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this, guys. Tassos, how so you're saying that you've met someone that's you can feel close to. That's really good, Tassos. I'm really glad about that. I think it's great when you have somebody in your life that you can just talk to and like talk to about everything, absolutely everything. I think that's great. It's quite rare, but if you have it, even in a friend, anybody, family, it's really, really good. Not just family, even if it's somebody that you meet. I apologize for the lighting, guys. It's my fault for not charging my phone. I'm hoping you can see how it's starting to become the same on this side. Difficult to build bonds these days. I think that's true. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Oh, that's really good, Tassos. It's good that you have each other and you can show her around and things. That's amazing. And does she work close by, or is she just kind of traveling? I'm hoping you guys can see that. I'll definitely put up pictures as well, guys. Well, it might build into something, Tassos. You never know. That's had some of the best. This is like I was saying last year. Do you remember? That's exactly what I said. Sometimes when you have that friend thing first, things actually can blossom from that. So you never know. You never know. It might happen. I watch too many American sitcoms that everything turns out amazing for them. And I watch too many romantic films. I think I've just brushed my eyelid. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's kind of the eyes done. We're going to go on to lips now. Okay. I'm just going to dab my lips because there's a lot of but no, I know at least you've got kind of, if you're friends, you can kind of go around the city together, can't you? Cook together in the evening, that kind of thing. So this is the liner. We're going to go with the liner first. I'm just going to warm it up for you so you can see what it looks like. Definitely like a toasty latte. I know it looks a bit pink, but when you do blend it out, it is like a kind of a latte color. And I'm just going to, I'm hoping I haven't put too much lip gloss on. You know, those Christmas movies that, are all perfect and lovely, and a girl moves to town and she finds, yeah, I'm terrible for that. I'll sit and watch those. I'll binge watch them. Okay. This is it's called Queen, but they both were sold together, so it's kind of like a duo. I think that's enough for the lip liner because I think it's gotten a bit too liquid like. Okay, this is coming out a lot better. Yes, they are good, very moving and enjoyable to watch. I think it's just a bit of escapism, isn't it? You don't like her, Kira, unfortunately. Oh, well, maybe that'll make you better friends in a way, because you'll know that nothing will ever happen to kind of sort of interrupt a friendship. So it might actually make things better in terms of a friendship. But I understand. It's nice to meet somebody that it can progress to something. And if you don't like them in that sense, I understand. But again, you've got a really good friend in that. So that's good. Okay. We might do a little bit more bronze just to get it a bit more latte-like. And then I think we're kind of good to go. Okay, let's get, this is what it is. This is the Huda Beauty. It's their Tan Light Glowish bronzer. I'm going to use my contour brush from Real Techniques and just warm that up. And we are going to just start to do a little more of that bronze just to kind of make it a bit toasty and warm. And then I will blend all of this out with a bigger brush. I'm not touching the blush at all. And we're going to blend this all out now with the buffing brush, and I think we're kind of good to go. I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. It was my fault for not remembering to charge my phone. Sorry, I don't know how that happened. I didn't touch it. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, and then we're just going to blend that out. Sometimes it's really good to have Tassos, to have like a girl friend, I mean, that's not ever going to develop into anything else, because it's good for that kind of aspect of life. You can kind of, you get like a good aspect and a good insight into things, which can be good. What's going on there? Okay, sorry. Sleeping here is also difficult. It gets noisy. Sorry if I sound like I complain. No, that's fine. My last place was really noisy too, because I had people at the side of me and then people above me. So yeah, it was very okay, that's a little bit better for bronze. I think this keeps happening. Okay. I think we're kind of there, guys. Lips are looking very shiny, like they're glowing. That wasn't the intent, but at least they look moisturized. We're just going to do a little bit more on the brows, and then I think, so let me know, guys, if you can make 7 o'clock UK time tomorrow, because that's when I'll be on. There will be obviously pictures in a moment. I think we've kind of got it going. Okay, let's make this hair done now. So I will be back tomorrow. Just checking comments before I go. Starting to look a little bit pale too. I keep trying to touch things up because I can see I look really pale even though I've put makeup on. That happens to me after I fly. I always look really dehydrated, and I tend not to eat too much when I'm traveling. And like I hydrate myself, but I always look almost like lifeless. So I'm going to put a little bit more on, and then I will go. I'm sure you guys have things to do on a Sunday night. Okay, let's get the blush brush quickly, and then we'll use the setting spray. I'll show you that setting spray again from Rimmel. Okay, so we're just going to go with a wild card, and we're just going to dab that. I don't know how latte this came out, but I think I kind of got it. Please don't believe what your colleagues tell you about you. They are 100% try to gnaw on your confidence. It's really strange. I've never had anybody in a work setting, say that to me. So yeah, it's definitely new to me. Um, but yeah, but they are huge personalities. Like I've never seen the big, like they are very confident, big personalities. Like you wouldn't mess with them, and they're not like being mean to me when they say it. They did say that, but they're just saying you need to not let people kind of, not that I thought anybody was walking all over me, but they say you come across like that. So this is what I'm talking about when I go into a work setting. People say to me on here, you're so sociable, but that's because I feel really confident on here. But if I go into a work setting, even if I've been there for years and the person I'm around or the people I'm around is someone that I feel like, okay, this isn't, I don't speak like this. Not that I don't speak like this. It's hard to explain. They do kind of, I don't know, they seem to be able to see things. So, yeah, it's strange. But it does gnaw on your confidence for sure. Because they don't know, like, what happens, in your life behind closed doors. So, yeah, it can be strange, particularly when all these people come from huge families. Like, they're one of seven or they're one of eight. And so, of course, they've grown up having to be confident because they've had to shout to be heard because there's so many. Whereas if you're kind of, I really appreciated my mum and my grandmother growing up, but the only thing about that was that I was quite sheltered, not intentionally, but I was definitely sheltered. So when I grew up, yes, I was sociable and friendly, but when they grew up, they were like confident and things like that. So yeah, I think they didn't mean it in that sense, but it definitely made me think. Take the lesson in that, but throw the rest. Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Definitely. I'm just going to have this way back because it is quite strong. Okay. That smells so amazing. Okay. So I think this is the end of the look, guys. I do love chatting to you too. So I give you guys some time afterwards as well, just to catch up if you've said anything or this is kind of the toasty latte look. Again, I have been asked to do the video on it because some people can't make the live, which is tomorrow. So that'll be up tomorrow. But yeah, I think you just meet in life. So even members of my family that I don't necessarily talk to every day, because obviously I'm in the UK, some of them are so confident, have huge personalities. And it's not something that, I wish I was that way, but I'm not. I'm not. So yeah, maybe that's why sometimes when somebody says I feel this way or I feel that way, I kind of get what they're talking about. But there are some people, not just in work, that I know that, oh my God, you would just be like, wow, they're so confident. So yeah, have to start from in here and work my way out, I guess. It's always learning. But let me know, guys, in the comments before I go if you can make 7 o'clock UK time tomorrow. And I will speak to you guys then. I'll take some pictures of this and then have to get it all off because it's super late now, I think. Not that I'm going anywhere tomorrow, but I do have a few things to finish up tomorrow. I want to go and get some ingredients to make cupcakes. Not for me, for other people, because I'm on my intermittent fasting, but I'm getting ingredients tomorrow to make cupcakes, vanilla. I'm going to make my own vanilla icing. Yeah, just something that I'm starting to do now is bake for people. So there you go. Yeah. Think I've had enough apple pie to do me a lifetime. Remember, I had all those apples for, I don't know, at least 2 weeks. Yeah, so I think I'm done with apple pie, but I'll be doing cupcakes tomorrow. So yeah, my kitchen will be interesting. So yeah, did you change when you moved away from family? Yeah, for sure. Not too much, but I changed. I relaxed a bit more. Not when I left my mum, but definitely when there's other people around. Kindred angels, you should be in the kitchen tomorrow, or I should go on live. I'll be baking. We'll be going crazy. They're also locals. You're foreign. You're putting extra effort. Yeah, that's really true. Yeah, because they've been there for years, and then I'm having to explain myself. That's really true, actually, Tassos. Yeah, that's a lot of it. That is a lot of it. Yeah, you do have to put the extra effort when you're not from that country. I know that for sure. I think a lot of, and I think that's why I got along so much with the African kind of people there, is that a lot of what and I'm not a political person, and Trump is doing ICE and he's getting people out and all that kind of thing. And it kind of followed over to the UK. Not that the government is doing that, but like people's attitudes to people who are not from the UK and are living and working here. They might be here legally, but that doesn't matter to some people. They're like, oh, just go home, that kind of thing. So you don't get that in my work, but I feel like we've all been touched by that in some way. And maybe it's just made us all a bit more kind of sensitive. So yes, kind of the full effects of what we see over there is sort of in some groups and minorities can kind of have an effect over here. I think even when I was in, it was interesting. Even when I was in Ireland, there were so many people from different countries living there. But for me, I thought that was a good thing. But there are certainly people that would prefer it not to be. But I think that's because I live in a country that I'm not from. So yeah, I have a different perspective, I guess. You are a prep cook. I remember, Kindred Angels. Yes, you are. You can give me some advice for uh, cakes. Well, I think, guys, I'm starting to come to the end of this. I'll just finish the water. I will take pictures. I know I've said that a few times. I might start to watch Stranger Things tonight. Who knows? Okay, I'm just, something about settings has come up again, and then I'll give you a few more minutes, guys, because I don't want to go if somebody has said something. And then I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock UK time. And I do hope you all have a rest. Some of you probably are starting your day. Here it's probably about 9:15 at night. Depends where you're living. This is what we used. So if I go through, if you're just jumping on, this was a kind of TikTok chose the look, and this is the makeup look. So it's like a toasty latte. So what we did is, I'll just go from the foundation onwards because everybody uses their own primer. It doesn't really matter about the primer. This is Rimmel Glow It Up. So they do have blur it out, and blur it out means that you've got really big pores and you need to blur those pores. But if you've got dry skin like me, something like Glow It Up is going to be a little bit more hydrating. Then I went in with the NYX, and I'm not still kind of quite sure about this, but I am working through it. This is the Bear With Me Concealer Serum. And this is what we used as concealer. It is very thick and a lot comes out, so just be careful about that. We did 2 items for the bronze. We used Glow Wish by Huda Beauty in Tan Light, and then I did some tanning drops as well. And this is W7 Golden Glow Drops, so I kind of matched those together. For the blush, I used a blush from Shein or She Glam, and that was in Birthday Cake, and I hope I haven't put it away. No, I haven't. Birthday Cake, and then we teamed that up with Rimmel Wildcard, so they were kind of a team together. The eyeshadow palette, now obviously you can't get it anymore because it was a limited edition, but I'll show you the colors because, especially if you're just jumping on, these colors you can get in any palette. So if I just show you, although the palette is so cute, there you go, look at that. Too Faced Teddy Bear, although I will say some people have found it on eBay, so take a look at eBay, but just be careful how much they try to charge you because you don't want to pay for a palette that you could get colors that aren't exactly unique. So that's what we use there. So you can see you could certainly just use your own colors. I will do another look on it tomorrow as a video so that you guys can see it, or people that don't look at the lives can see. So that's what that looks like. It looks like a license plate. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, looks like a license plate. And then I just want to kind of show you the primer because it's also a setting spray. So this is the Rimmel the Multitasker, and it's a primer, mist, and setting spray. So you got your spray there. So that was it. Okay, we're going to use another setting spray before I leave. This is the Elf Dewy setting spray. So if you want it, because it's a toasty latte look, I don't want to look too kind of dry. If you do like a dewy look, that's perfect. So this is the Elf Dewy setting spray, Power Grip. So I'm just going to shake that. And then I keep saying I'm going to go, and it's like 2 hours. This is what I mean, guys, when I start talking. That's it. Okay, so it does say shake to activate. You can see I've used a lot. So this is just going to give it a bit of a dewy look. And that's just going to make it a bit more kind of, not so much shiny, but a bit more hydrated. And that's it, guys. That is it. Let me know in the comments afterwards if you can make 7 o'clock UK time tomorrow. Again, I'm not in till Thursday in work, so it definitely works for me. Next time, I'll tell you what I saw in the morning in the common area when I woke up. Ooh, now, wow. Okay, that's interesting. You just reminded me of that video I recorded of the of my little charms. Hopefully, it was nothing like that. But yeah, okay, guys. I keep saying I'm going to go. I will go, guys. Do have a really good Sunday. If it's date, if it's lunchtime, dinner time for me, it's nighttime. Probably going to be close to 10 o'clock at night now. I'll see you guys really, really soon. Again, I'll pop. No, I didn't post it yet because I'm happy to talk about it on lives, but I don't want people to, some people aren't exactly, just some people don't believe, some don't believe the same things or experienced it. But yeah, I've been woken up at night randomly, and I don't say these things because I am a very normal person. But yeah, I've heard noises in my room and like something just touching my face. But I had that in the other house, so I'm just kind of now at this point of I've got two friends I've told, and they've given me really good advice. But also one of them has seen it, so I know I'm not crazy. But yeah, I think I was thinking about it, Tassos, and I don't know necessarily if putting it on a video is a good idea out there, because I don't want it to look like, you know, I'm crazy when I've just moved into a house and these things are happening. I know who to tell and I know who not to tell. I've known people for years that have no idea because I just know they're really nice people, but they would just not be able to handle it. So, but yes, I'm happy to tell you guys because we have chatted about various things. I come on and talk about makeup, but then we end up, as you know, Tassos talking about so many things, which is a good thing. But yes, I kind of had second thoughts about it, and I'm not gonna put it up because I think you might be. I don't want to be judged for being something that has just happened in the house, and I just wanted to. And the reason I recorded it was to show people I'm not. I'm not. I'm not crazy. So I'll leave it at that, guys. But I'll certainly be back. Um, Ghostbusters. When you wake up, do you feel fear? Well, it did. I think it was because I was fast asleep, and yeah, that kind of jolted me awake. But it was just like I could hear something walking around, and then all of a sudden I just felt like something just do that. And then it went, and nothing happened, and so that's it. Like nothing happened after that. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I really don't. But I've had two friends give me really good advice, so we're gonna go with that. But again, Tassos, I was thinking putting it on a video out there is probably not the best idea because you don't know who's going to watch it or who's going to make a kind of snap judgment. So yeah, talking to you guys is great about it because we all talk about different things. And to be honest, it doesn't even affect my life for months and months, and then something can happen. And then for months and months, it's, or else it's twice a week. And then once a month, not everything goes by fine. So I'm kind of getting used to something. So, but yeah, I think I'll talk about it on here, but I've had second thoughts about putting up that video. So yeah. But now I will go, guys. I keep saying that. And I'm looking forward to hearing about your story, about what you saw in the common room tomorrow. It'll be 7 o'clock UK time, guys, but there will be a video up tomorrow of a toasty look makeup wise. Thank you guys for coming on. I always love chatting with you guys, new people and people that come on all the time. I really appreciate you all. They say when Bronte wrote Wuthering Heights, it was inspired by Yorkshire at the time, which was haunted. Yorkshire was haunted, or where she lived was haunted? I presume where she lived. But yeah, I mean, the fact that this has kind of started at one house and moved to the next house, I feel like it's probably something unique. It's not something every day. So yeah, but just taking it kind of day by day. Like I said, it can go for months and it's absolutely fine. And then something like that happens. So yeah, we'll see. But yes, I understand that. I will talk to you all very soon, guys. I should go really. Do catch up with me tomorrow at 7 o'clock UK time. In the meantime, there will be a video put up. Don't forget, you can always follow me on my social media, and I'll see you really soon. Bye, guys.